While working with Singleton classes, we need to handle the serialization problem. That is, go to the test class. If we serialize this instance here, the dateutil1, and deserialize it back from a file, we will see a different instance coming back. That is not what we want. So we'll fix that problem in the next lecture, but first let's see what that problem is. Go to the dateutil, make this class serializable. You do it by implements serializable interface from java.io. This marks that this particular object can be serialized. There is a warning on it. Hit Ctrl+1, add default serialization version ID to get rid of that problem. Remove these comments. So now the objects of this class can be written to a stream, which could be a file. Go to the test.java. Once we get the dateutil1 instance, here I'm going to write this instance to a file using object output stream. Object output stream OOS is equal to new object output stream within brackets new file output stream. I want to write it to a file, new file from java.io. Hit Ctrl+1, import file from java.io. Pass it the path within double quotes. We'll give the path in a second. Handle the exception by hitting Ctrl+1. I'm going to declare the exception as throws. So this method here throws file not found exception and IO exception, which we are throwing back. The path to the file, I'm going to write this object to a file under my documents. I have created a Singleton folder. Let me delete this. So under my documents, I have a folder called Singleton. That is where I'm going to save this file. You are welcome to create a folder on your C drive, D drive, wherever you want, if you are on Windows or on Mac. Get info. On Windows, you can get the properties and browse all the way to documents/Singleton. Go back, paste it, /Singleton is the folder, /dateutil.ser is the file name into which I want this object to be saved. OOS.writeObject method and pass it the dateutil1. This will write the dateutil1 to the file called dateutil.ser. Next step is to read this object back. We are going to use object input stream. We are going to do the opposite of what we have just done. Call it OIS is equal to new object input stream within brackets new file input stream new file. Within double quotes, paste the path /singleton/dateutil.ser. OIS dot read object. That will read the object back. Hit Ctrl+1, handle any exceptions, or we'll throw it back. It throws a class not found checked exception, so we have to declare it as throws. Hit Ctrl+1 on this line, assign statement to a new local variable. It returns an object back. Instead of assigning it to a new object, we are going to use this dateutil2. So initialize this to null, and here assign this to dateutil2. Since it returns an object back, we need to typecast it to dateutil. Run this program, right click, do a run as Java application, and you see false. It's no longer true. So the dateutil1 is not the same object as dateutil2 anymore. Once you serialize it, and when you deserialize it back, you are getting a different instance. So you'll fix that problem in the next lecture. Let's clean this code up by closing the streams right here. Close OOS.close and OIS.close. Format it. Rerun the program to make sure we are still getting false.